the closer you get to God and Jesus Christ, the more you let go of the things you love that do not please God, bad habits, entertainment. Let's talk about entertainment. There's the UFC. We're watching guys break each other's skulls for our pleasure. There's all kinds of entertainment. Just go on Netflix. There's literally a show called Lucifer. There's shows about serial killers that people are fascinated with. Oh, look, if you become a serial killer, they're going to make a Netflix show out of you. What is that telling kids? Separate yourself from this dark generation. I didn't make this generation. I don't know what happened. I don't want to throw any stones, but I personally am going to separate myself away. I don't want that entertainment. I recently was watching a little Harry Potter, man, and I felt convicted. I was like, man, this is some witchcraft crap. But my family they put it on every couple of years, and I don't know. I guess we gotta let that go. But it's just one of those guilty pleasures, and I just want to share that because I'm not perfect. There's still things that I'm working on. But I know that the more that I get closer to God and I give up these things that I thought I loved, these things I thought were filling me with joy, peace, and love, if I give those fake pearls away, God will give me the real deal. He'll give me the real stuff. And it'll come with no sorrow. It'll come with no guilt. It'll come with no little bit of remorse, nothing. It'll just come with joy, and it's going to come with love, and it's going to come with light. So that's something I'm working on. But I just want to make this video. Well, real quick, I want to mention, as we were watching Harry Potter, I think it was part 2 or part 3, there's literally a part where the kids are going into the fireplace, and there's like a magic spell where they step into the fireplace, and then they throw this powder, and then they get engulfed in flames, and they basically get teleported somewhere. Well, as I'm watching this, I see Harry say the spell, which is Diagon Alley. And then he throws the powder, and then he bursts into flames, and he teleports. And I was like, isn't Dagon like an evil god from the past? So Dagon was like a god that people worshipped. He was a false god. And then he says ally. Like, I know it's alley, but it's basically Dagon Alley. He's basically saying, like, I'm an ally to Dagon. And then here's the sickest part. He throws the fire down, and then the kid's consumed in fire. So that's kind of like child sacrifice. If you really think about it, these elites are so good, so sneaky about what they do. Dagon Alley. And then he throws the powder, and a kid basically gets lit on fire right in front of you. He says, I'm a Dagon ally, and I just burned whatever. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but this is the kind of occult stuff we need to get away from. And the more that we get away from it, we can leave Egypt, and then we're going to come up into the sea. And you're not going to know. You're going to be afraid. There's going to be seasons in your life where you're going to walk up to the sea. You're going to try to escape Egypt. You're going to try to escape old thought patterns, old lifestyles, old habits, old gods. And you're going to be up against the sea, man. And you're going to have to stand there and look back, and you're going to see Pharaoh and all his army in your past. You're going to see it calling to you. Come back. I'm your master. You're going to see it marching with thousands of soldiers on horseback. And you're going to be helpless, man. You're going to be helpless up against the sea. But you're not helpless because God is watching you. God is with you. God created this pillar of fire to come in between Pharaoh and his children. And God will do that for you too. And right when you think your back's up against the sea, and you don't know how you're going to make it out of this Egypt, this hellhole of slavery, addictions, mindsets, false gods, old thought patterns, everything that you grew up in bondage. You grew up as a slave. You don't even know what freedom tastes like. I don't even know what freedom tastes like. Since I was a kid, I was born in a trailer park. I was told to shut up and put a uniform on. Shut up and be like the other kids. And I wondered why I'm not like these other kids. I'm a freak. I think differently. Shut up, put your head down, and put your head in the paper. You're going to be an office worker. You're going to go to college and get in debt. I was like, I must be broken, man. I want to be a free range chicken. I don't need all this stuff. I just want to be free. And I was in a series in my life where my back was up against the sea, and I was looking at my old life, marching. Because you see, God's not going to split the sea for you. You might as well come back home. No, I will start walking. I'll get my toes wet. I'll start walking into the sea until God parts it. I want freedom, and I want that for you too. We don't even know what freedom tastes like. You've been growing up watching TV, getting programmed, be like everyone else, dress like everyone else, talk like everyone else. Separate yourself. Separate yourself from this generation. This over-sexualized content. I go on Facebook, sex pills. Go on Marketplace, girls in booty shorts. It's like, we're selling items here. Girls in booty shorts and all kinds of crazy stuff. Go on YouTube, all kinds of stuff. You know, we don't even know what freedom looks like. We don't even know what purity looks like. But for the select few chosen ones, what God has chosen, we can escape this place. We can get out of here. We're not perfect, but God's going to work in us, and we're going to get out of here, man. And you better fight for it. You better trust God and get out of here. I truly believe that we can have our freedom, man. God will get us out of here. He'll get us out of here mentally, physically, financially. He'll take care of us. And he can be our master. He can be our Lord. And we can be his children, where there's not hard toil and bondage that the world provides. Everybody says, you know, you better have that house, you better have that woman, you better have that car. You better just keep running like a hamster on your wheel, like everybody else. And then before you know it, your life passed you by and all you did was work. Excuse me. I have personally seen the hand of God this week provide for me and open up the Red Sea for me. And I'm going to walk into my destiny. I'm going to walk into my freedom. I'm going to try to bring as many people as I can with me by giving inspirational messages. It's a personal journey now. We're in Babylon, and you got a social security number, and you're just cattle, man. You got to earn your freedom out here now, because everything's kind of working against you. Not to get all doom and gloom, but give up the old lifestyle and walk up to the Red Sea and dip your toes in, and get ready for God to move in your life and trust him. And it's a slow process, giving him all the things that unplease him. He wants to take all your gods. He wants to take them all. And you know what? To be real honest with you, right now I've been drinking a lot of caffeine, and it's something I need to give up. But it just gets me out of bed, and it gets me, I feel good with it. I drink quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. Maybe that's something God needs to take from me. But I'm not struggling with much else right now. No, there's nothing else, but just, that's my message today, guys. I'm trying to come up with something else. I'm trying to come up with the punchline here, but I guess there's not a punchline. You just got to be different. You got to separate yourself from this generation and pray for this generation. I was driving home yesterday, and I was looking up at the sky, and I just thought about if all of a sudden Jesus broke through the clouds right now. I was in absolute terror for the people. I said, Jesus, the people are not ready. The people are not ready. We're sick. We need a doctor. God, help us. You know, I was talking to some girls at Walmart the other day. Oh, what do you guys, you know, we're talking about some chocolate, and they said, oh, we were just having a big conversation about murder, some documentary on Netflix about murder, and they were just so fascinated with the murderer and stuff. And I just thought, man, what are we doing? Maybe I'm broken and I just didn't get my shots as a kid. Maybe I was supposed to get some special shots to turn my brain off. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. Hey, let's idolize and let's show what these murderers did on these serial killers on Netflix. And look, you can do it, and then one day you'll be famous on Netflix too. It's so twisted. It's so sick. It's so twisted, man. The over-sexualization, man. People's hearts are tired of it. Men and women. Men need to act up too. They need to shape up too. And women, we all need to just shape up, man. We need to put this behind us now. It's too much. The human spirit can't take this. It's just too much sexualization, man. I just can't even go for a run without seeing booty cheeks out of shorts and bras, and it's just 70 degrees. It's not that hot. Look, I'm a man. I'm wearing a hoodie and some pajamas, and it's 70 degrees. Like it's not need. There's no need to run out here like that. And the greed is getting crazy, man. You go on YouTube, these guys are talking about, oh, I bought my 5th rental and this. Meanwhile, people are struggling out here. Like, when we put these guys up on millions and millions of subscribers, and it's making our culture sick, greedy, and fascinated with murderers. And I've had quite enough. I'm gonna separate myself. I don't know about you guys. This is my channel. There's a million channels out there. I hope you guys are watching whatever you want. This is mine. This is my 2 cents. I'm quite frankly fed up with it. I'm sick to death of it all. And I will admit I partaked. I ate from the table at Babylon, but I'm pushing my plate away. I don't want no more of this buffet. I'm done. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm not gonna look at women like this anymore. I'm not gonna pursue women that don't have a heart for Jesus. I'm not even gonna waste my time. It's just this is just such a wicked generation. The list just goes on and on and on. And you know what? I'm not gonna point the finger. I am kind of pointing the finger, but you know what? I'm gonna go home and work on myself. I'm gonna work on myself, man. I'm gonna try to be a kinder person to other people. I'm gonna bury my addictions, man. I'm gonna put that coffin in the dirt. I'm gonna try to be a better person out here. I'm gonna try to give to the needy. I'm gonna try to give hugs out to the poor heart, the brokenhearted. I'm gonna try to be kind. But I just hope that you guys all do that too, man. Maybe I'm a sensitive guy or whatever, but I've hit critical. It's gone critical now. It's just too much, dude. We can't take any more. How dark are we gonna get? How greedy are we gonna get? How selfish and cold-hearted are we gonna get? I see the people. I see the look on everyone's face right now. People are stressing financially, spiritually. People are tired and they're looking for hope. And so my final word that I'll say in this video is Jesus Christ says, all you that are tired and heavy laden with heavy burdens, come to me and I'll give you rest. And this is as much as I don't want a YouTube channel. I told God I don't care. God's been laying it on my heart that I'm a shepherd now. I gotta take care of people. I don't want it, but I got a staff now. I'm in the field. I don't know. It's not something I ever thought. I thought I was gonna be a businessman. I thought I was gonna be rich and be in Hawaii or do stuff, but that's just not it, man. It's not gonna happen for me. It's just a facade. It's what's that word? It's a mirage. I'll chase it and it won't give me happiness. But what I want is lasting peace. I want lasting protection and safety that only comes through Jesus Christ when I'm going to be sitting in my mansion in heaven. That's the only thing that's going to last. I've seen enough here. I've seen enough. There's cars rusting right next to me. There's people getting old and dying. There's people's kingdoms, businesses failing. There's nothing here for me. And so I just pray, God, give me children, give me grown men, give me women, and I'll teach whatever you tell me to tell them. I'll tell them. Whatever you give me wisdom, I'll give them wisdom, and I'll try to help. Not being such a, I'll try to talk in a way where I don't feel like I'm putting people down or I'm on some pedestal. I told you guys I'm just some trailer park boy that grew up and wanted to be a free range chicken and do whatever I wanted. I never wanted to be a part of this system. I never cared. I wanted to be me. And the world doesn't want you to be you. The world wants you to fit in, lock in, step, and quit on your dreams and quit trying to think that you're going to be a free range chicken. They want you to get in that damn building like the rest of the other chickens. Well, I want to be free, man. I want to peck around. And I realize now that I'm 31 years old. And I've always been an old soul type of guy. You know, since my dad left when I was 16, I grew up real fast. At 18, I was basically acting like a 25-year-old. At 19, well, okay, don't get me wrong, I got my DUI and stuff, but mentally at 20, I was already 30 years old. Right now I'm 31 and I'm acting like a 41-year-old. I matured real fast. And I got my staff now. I got my staff. God had already told me, he said, I'm going to give you a staff. I'm going to give you wisdom, and you're going to tell people what I tell you to tell them. And so I'm just going to do it. Not a prophet. I'm not nobody. I'm just a messenger. That's it. I'm just a guy that reads his Bible, that has had a huge connection with Jesus Christ that I never even wanted. I never even wanted Jesus to come into my life. He is the one that has shown me grace and mercy, and he showed me what love's all about. He showed me what peace is all about. He showed me what the fruit of the Spirit is all about. And I found a lot of joy in that. And I kind of think of Saul. Saul, I'm not on that level, but Saul was really persecuting Christians, and he didn't want nothing to do with Jesus. Sometimes Jesus says, well, you have something to do with me now, and you're going to serve me. And so that's where I'm at. Anyways, many blessings to you guys. I hope something I said brings any value to you young kids, to you old people, and just to anybody that with ears that wants to be saved from this wicked generation. Don't get swept up in the sea, man. Don't get swept up in the sea, and don't let God's plagues fall on your household. Repent and humble yourself, and put the blood on the blood of the Lamb on your door, so that God will see that covenant with you and protect you from what's coming. And I do think, man, I think this nation is, in this world, is ripe. It's ripe now. You just have to look anywhere you want. It's too much. It's grievous now. It's a critical mass. It's too much tech, too much greed, too much selfishness and cold-heartedness. You watch even the Olympics, and they're over there mocking Jesus, and people are doing crazy things. Last thing I saw, some girl twerking there. It's just the sexualization. It's tired. Let's bring back some class. Let's bring back some modesty. Let's bring back some morals. Let's not go off the rails. Let's not do this.